Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to discuss a very important and most frequently asked topic among the most of the students who are preparing for the entrance exam, that is whether dental pulse or dentist is enough to crack an exam. This is one of the most frequently asked questions. So we are going to see that in this video, and trust me, once you watch this video you are not going to ask that question to anybody. Okay, and this video is going to be a little bit different one, because I'm not going to tell you the exact answer. I'm not going to tell you whether it is yes or no. Rather, I will tell you yes or no at the end of the session, but rather I'll give you a list of things which is needed for the preparation, and you just compare whether that list correlates with the basic guide what you're reading. Okay, so I'll tell you the basic list of things which is actually needed for your preparation. So the first one is going to be, you have to have and knowledge, or you have to read every topic or every chapter in a particular subject. So you should be aware of every topic or chapter in a particular subject. What does that mean? I'll tell you simple examples. Okay, at the after each I'll explain each and every one. So you should know every topic or chapter in a subject. The next one is the concepts and the mechanism, and the third one is going to be case scenarios and images, and the fourth one is going to be the mock test, and the fifth one is going to be the textbook reference. So these are all the few things which you need for the entrance prep, isn't it? So if you look at the first point, that is, you have to have an upper hand in every topic or a chapter. Okay, what does that mean? Say for example, you take perio. Okay, so in perio, if you take pulse or dentist, they would have given, say for example, 20 to 25 topics. Okay, they would have given 20 to 25 topics, and actually there are around 35 to 40, say for example 40 topics in Carranza. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you read the 20 to 25 topics from the basic guides, and you have to definitely read at least once, and you should take notes the left out 15 or 20 topics. Okay, that is what a proper note taking comes into play. You have to read the things from the textbook selectively, and then you have to take notes and revise them. Okay, so the first point is, you have to read the things which is given in your basic guides, and also you should be aware of all the topics or chapters in a particular subject. Okay, so if you look at the second topic, the concepts and the mechanism. The concepts and mechanism, if you take perio, the 20 to 25 topics which is already present in your pulse, in that itself, not every topic concepts will be given very clearly. Not every topic's concept will be given very clearly. So in that pulse or dentist topics itself, the certain concepts or mechanism will not be clear. That you should definitely refer from the textbook. In addition to that, you are already reading some 15 to 20 subjects from the textbooks, which is not given in pulse. You have to remember that concepts and mechanisms as well. So concepts and mechanisms, irrespective whether you are reading from the textbook or from the basic guides, you should be very thorough, and you should have you should build your basic stock. The basics is very important. So the concepts and mechanism, you have to read from the textbook as well as your basic guides. If it is not given that good in your basic guides, yes, definitely you have to go through the textbooks. Next one is the case scenarios or the images. Yes, of course, if you look at the case scenarios, it will be very less in your pulse. So pulse or dentist, if you see, basically it is the previous year questions which is given by the students. So they will just give you an exposure, or they will just give you an idea of how the exam is going to be. So if you look at the last 2 years, the case scenario questions has been n number, right? So it was as 70 or 50 to 70 case scenario questions were coming. So case scenarios, if you see, it is not a big mountain. It is just a jumbled sentences. See, you would have learned one-liners for your NEET examinations. What they do in case scenario is, they give you multiple one-liners in a question, but you have to selectively pick that key points, the key words from the case scenario. So in order to quickly pick that keyword, you have to take more number of questions. You have to practice, you have to solve more number of MCQs to actually master in your case scenarios. Why I'm saying this is because you have to be very careful in your time management. This is going to help you very much, because if you are solving a case scenario question, a difficult case scenario question for around, say for example 5 to 7 minutes, you are going to lose that time in a very easy question. Say for example you are solving a very difficult case scenario question, you might lose time, and you are going to, you are thinking to solve quicker in a very fast way. You are going to miss the easy MCQ which you would have easily secured if you understand that case scenario question. So practice more case scenario questions, and if you are not used to that, fine, get used to that, practice more. And next one is mock test. Yes, of course you have to take more number of mock tests. The more you take, the more you are going to save time, the more you are going to master in it. Okay, mock test definitely you have to take, and also the notes or the guides or the materials which your institute or the coaching centers provide. So the Amalgam PG, we give you a lot of mock tests. So wherever you see the mock test, just go and attend it irrespectively. And the last one is the textbook reference. The textbook reference, if you see, it correlates with this point. The textbook references, it definitely correlates with this point. And yes, of course, you have to read certain textbooks. You have to in order to be standing out of the crowd. In case if you have finished your basic guides and all these concepts and mechanisms and some case scenario MCQs, the topics which is left out from your basic guides, then you should go for additional textbooks like Sparsh Gupta or Aravind Arora. Okay, this is not compulsorily, but if you can read this, it will be well and good. Okay, and the three important things which I always believe is you have to read, okay, you have to retain, and you have to revise it. Read, retain and revise. This is very important, three things which you should know. You read, you retain and you revise that n number of times. There's no limit for revision. Say for example, I would revise 3 times, you should revise 5 times. No, there's n number. You can revise that n number of times. Okay, and coming to the conclusion part of this video, see, you have to calculate all these 5 points or actually present to your basic guides. If yes, you can go ahead. If no, then you have to fill the spaces which is not given in your guides from the textbooks. And if you can ask me a question of if Pulse or Dentist alone is enough to get you a top rank, then the answer is going to be no. If you ask me, I can clear NEET or I can just pass the NEET examination, yes, of course you can do. Okay, so see, stop asking this question to anybody hereafter. So just keep these 5 points in your mind, just correlate whether this is going to suit you or this is going to get you a good rank, then you choose accordingly. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.